Hello and welcome back to the Hytale podcast, the 1,000 subscriber episode. We have Torque in the room, but we'll get to that right after the intro.
Myne, buddy, it is a monumental occasion today.
We hit 1,000 subscribers. Thank
Let's
you.
go.
Thank every
Let's
single
go.
person watching this who's subscribed. It's a big milestone.
We got
It's a very
confetti
big
in the
milestone.
background. We got Hugo Torque on the pod today. Special guest shout out, Hugo. Welcome to the Hytale podcast. Your first time here.
And welcome to the 1,000 subscriber episode.
Yes, sir. Yes,
An
sir.
honor,
It's a big
guys.
deal.
Yeah,
It's
Hugo.
an honor, yeah.
Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Yeah, who are you?
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, yeah. I'm Hugo. One of the few nerds that is obsessed with this Hytale that's not coming out for another 2 years. And yeah, I just make Hytale content in Spanish, and I'm looking forward to just make mods and content on the game once it's out.
That is awesome, and we haven't had a Spanish-speaking.
¿Dónde narices está Hytale?
No,
¿Qué ha
we have
pasado con
not.
We haven't had a Hytale. Yeah, we haven't had a Spanish guy on the channel ever. So, welcome Spanish viewers. If you don't know who we are, Chris and Myne of the Hytale podcast. That's all you really need to know.
I think more so we need to tell the English viewers really how big Hugo is. Hugo
Fair.
has 15.6 thousand subscribers.
He's huge.
He has many of thousands of views every single video. He has a video that has over 100,000
Ooh, wow.
views.
That's more than I
You
got.
hit the
That
100.
popped off.
Yeah. So
Great thumbnail. Just says Hytale on it. I love it.
we're talking to a big shot here. We
Yeah,
really
this is
are.
a big show. This is the biggest show. Are you the biggest Spanish creator? Is that a
That's a
stat?
good question. Yeah, I want to ask a lot of questions about the Spanish community, and that's probably
Yeah.
a good place to start off.
Actually, yeah, I know
Yeah.
there is a Spanish. I believe it's a Spanish podcast. You know, they're a rival at the moment. Have you
Yeah.
heard about them?
There's competition. I
Yeah.
actually went to that podcast as a guest
Oh,
like 2 weeks
no
ago.
way.
I
think.
actually found them live on stream for the first time when they had like their first episode or like their
Yeah.
second episode. I found their first episode as well, and they seem to be very, very chill, very cool dudes. They
Mm.
also said they're the second Hytale podcast, which I think is very,
yes.
very funny. And so, much respect to them. They're filling a space in the Spanish,
Yeah, exactly.
Spanish scene. So
That's huge. We need podcasts in every language of YouTube. So somebody get on that.
says the white man.
Absolutely.
The white man says we need more podcasts.
I agree. We need many more podcasts.
Yeah, Hugo, are you the biggest Spanish YouTuber?
I
Of all
think
time?
so. Like definitely the most active one, right? Because there's a lot
Yeah.
of people that, you know, in all the hype of 2018, they started uploading,
Mhm.
but they are not uploading anymore. So I'm definitely the most active big guy right now. Yeah.
We love to see it, and you're on the pod. Just nothing better.
So
Of course.
I keep track of all the different Hytale uploads because it's not really hard right now. And it's usually just Spanish channels. The Spanish community is way more active than the English one, at the very
Yeah,
least.
they're buzzing.
Now, it could be my incompetence, and I don't know if some of those are Portuguese. I know the Portuguese scene is also very active. I just straight up can't tell the difference if both thumbnails says Últimas Noticias. I tried to say that very American.
Hey, good job.
And so, yeah, can you talk about the Spanish Hytale scene? Because that's something neither of us, I assume, have any knowledge about, and I assume the viewers as well, if they're not Spanish themselves.
Yeah, I think it's decently big, definitely, because, you know, we wouldn't be getting any views if there was nobody watching.
Right.
But I think there are like active YouTubers. It's not really that much. I think it's like 5 or 6 people, right? Or maybe even
That's
7.
more
but-
than English.
Yeah, I mean,
that's-
for English, it's really me, maybe Myne, Connor, maybe the podcast. every
Maybe
week.
Mine. Hello.
He just
Yeah, we
uploaded
upload
like
like
2 days ago.
Look, we upload like once every 2 months here, so
Yeah, it
I
depends
upload
on
once
what
a
we
month.
call active.
yeah,
Right.
exactly. Maybe within the last year. Is that considered active?
I
have
think
no
that's a
clue.
stretch. I think that's a
I
stretch.
have no clue. Realistically, though, it's me, you, and Connor. That's
Yeah.
the only active English
Yeah.
people.
And hey, you forgot about Hytale Spins.
That's true. That is the most
Sorry,
active.
my
channel,
goat.
actually.
I'm
My
surprised. I'm kind of surprised there isn't a Hytale Spins, but you know, Spanish.
What would the name of that be?
I don't know.
Hido's
What's the Spanish transition
What is
for
spins
Hytale?
in
It
Spanish?
spins is like it's just spinning around, right? It's Hiro.
Yeah.
Hito? Okay.
Hiro the Hytale or something
Something
like
like
that.
Hito Hito?
It's a terrible name. It doesn't work as well in Spanish.
Dang.
Well, there's been other AI channels like Hytale Boom and Hytale Loop and all of that. So I'm sure
Hey.
you'll be able to find a random noun in the dictionary and use that as your name.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can just ask ChatGPT and he will probably come up with a bunch of names.
Sounds like something they would do.
How did you get into Hytale? Did you see the trailer when it first dropped? Did you get into it a little late?
Yeah, I was actually on the countdown on that
Hell yeah.
first countdown
Oh
because I was a
shit!
Minecraft nerd.
See you there,
I was
dude.
like, I
Figure
played
that
at
together.
Hypixel, right? And yeah, I was there. I watched the countdown. I watched the trailer, and I actually wasn't that thrilled about it at first. I was like,
Oh,
I expected something different. You know, I didn't expect a block game. There was no information about that game,
Mm-hmm.
right.
and so I was a bit let down actually. But now I'm obsessed, so it's funny.
You know,
How
it
the tides
happens.
turn.
And I'm sure, I mean, Myne and I've said this, like, the community is, like, one of the biggest reasons why we keep making videos and why we're all still active. You know, everybody around us is awesome. But
Mhm.
is that really what kind of drew you into Hytale? Was it the community around
Yeah.
the game?
What changed your mind?
Yeah.
I'm actually not sure. It's been so long.
I mean, yeah,
But
2018 was a while ago.
I don't think it was the community because I don't think I got into the community until like a couple months after that, and I was already like obsessed with the game. I think it was just they started releasing blog posts, and I started seeing all the opportunities that actually could come out of this game, and that's when I was like, yeah, this might be big, you know.
Yeah.
And at
Yeah.
what point in your journey were you like, let me make a YouTube video?
I'm not. Yeah, it's been so long. It was actually in January, I think, January 2019. So it was really fucking early. I think I just was excited, and I didn't have anyone to talk about. I didn't have anyone to talk about the game, so I just decided I'm just gonna record myself comparing Minecraft to Hytale, which is something I wouldn't do nowadays. But yeah,
Yeah,
my
so
first
Chris has
video is
done that.
like,
Connor has done that.
Hey,
title is-
everyone's done one of those, and I'm on your channel right now, and your
I'm going
first
to do
video, your first video was January 30th, 2019.
yeah,
while
that's
ago.
crazy,
That's a long 5 years. God, we're so old now.
man. It hurts.
Were
Yeah,
you,
now
were you in school when you made that video?
Oh,
I don't know
definitely.
how old you are.
I'm not even. I think I was. Yeah, I was in not primary school. I was at high school.
Hey,
But
same dude.
it's been a while. You know, I've had a full-time job for like 2 years now, so it's crazy to look back at it.
Yeah, dude, we're actually in the same.
I
We're
think
in the
all
same
of
boat.
us were in high school when the trailer dropped.
Yeah, I was in final year. Myne, I think you were, whatever the
I
second
think I was
last year.
in second to last.
Yeah,
I think so. And
it's
so
crazy.
it's funny since Hytale's dropped, I've gotten both, or not both, but I've gotten my high school degree, I've gotten my associate's degree, and I've gotten my bachelor's degree. I've gotten 3 degrees in
That's
the
crazy.
time span of waiting for Hytale.
That's
so.
a lot of achievements. That's a lot of.
I think the only next step to that is like having a kid, and there's people
Hey,
that
getting
have had
married.
a kid
Getting
since
married.
prior. Well, that's true. Yeah, I guess getting married would be first.
Yeah.
I mean, if
good-
we're talking about literal next steps, it'd be a master's and then a doctorate, but
Well, yeah.
Hey, you
Yeah,
might
but
have those
having a
before
kid is
Hytale
there
comes
too.
out too. You could get those, until whatever.
honestly, I think if I stayed in school, I probably could get a master's before Hytale comes out. If I like really
Probably.
grinded it.
Yeah.
Of course.
It's still
Yeah.
gonna take a little while, so yeah.
Hey, I mean, how long does
We'll
it take?
talk
Like
about
5
that.
years to like study for a master's? I mean, you got maybe you got 5 more years.
5
to go.
years?
Is it more?
Isn't it just like 2? How long?
Oh, I don't know.
Is a master's program?
I'm so lost with this American education thing.
It's 2 years.
Oh, okay. You can get it then. You can start right now, and then by the time Hytale
Exactly.
releases in 2029, you're good.
That's the official release date according to our thumbnail.
Yeah. So Hugo, your channel, you cover news, correct? If I am
Yeah, right
not
now.
mistaken. Yeah, I mean that's pretty much the only thing you can really make
Yeah.
videos on. What do you see your channel kind of transitioning to in the future, if not just only like recapping news?
I think at first, I've made my mind. At first, I just want to live stream and discover the whole game and
Mhm.
all the adventure mode. I will
Oh,
probably hire
you want to
someone.
be a streamer?
No, I think that will just be at first, to get
Mm,
to know everything, and I'll hire someone to just edit into more smaller episodes for
Yeah.
YouTube. And then once I've discovered the whole game, I think I will start making mods and putting them on the marketplace or whatever, and making videos about my mods and tutorials. But not just modding, I think also just gameplay. I don't know. There's just so much to do, really. It's a bit.
It's a really difficult question asking
Yeah.
like what kind of videos do you want to make on Hytale? And then it's the biggest game with the most opportunity, you can do anything in it, and you have
Right.
to pick one. It's not possible. It
No,
just
it's
straight
Yeah.
up
not.
isn't.
That's one good thing about live streams, because you could just literally do whatever the heck you want and people will still watch it, and you don't
Yeah,
have to really
amen.
condense it either. And then you could pay someone to condense it, but once you're live, just go for it.
Exactly. That brings me into a great transition. Ebi has seen your Hytale video. If you guys
Who?
don't know who Ebi are, that's how you pronounce it, right?
Who is Ibai?
Okay, I'm not
Oh,
pronouncing it.
Ibai. You mean like the that big YouTuber in Spain?
The biggest
No,
streamer
I think
in
you mean
Spain.
El Rubius.
I don't even
I
know
Oh,
who
don't
this
think
was
is.
it
Ibai watched a
Rubius
video of
that seen
mine.
your video? I thought Ebi watched it.
I don't think so. But El
Okay,
Rubius did
then
watch it. Yeah.
Rubius, which is also like one of the biggest
Yeah, I
content
think
creators in all of the Spanish community.
that's
How was
crazy.
that? Seeing
Yeah,
the
that was
biggest
crazy.
content creator.
Let's
I
go.
remember I didn't even know about it, and my friend, my IRL friend, who he isn't even in the Hytale space, so he sent me like a little clip he found on YouTube, and he said, "Oh, that guy in the video has a really similar voice to yours," and I was like, "What the actual fuck?"
Whoa.
And then that's when I actually went to the VOD and saw the reaction, and I sent him a donation like, "Hey, thanks for watching my video," blah blah blah. It was really, it's always a shock, right, when you get those kind of reactions.
Oh yeah.
I mean, that's
So
absolutely
Rubius is a
insane.
Hytale fan? I'm guessing you watched a Hytale video. Rubius, he's a Hytale fan now?
I wouldn't say he's a fan, but he's definitely attracted to the game, as
Hell
you
yeah.
know.
I think I remember you saying it was like positively.
Yeah,
Trying to think of the English word, I can't right now, but like had positive thoughts about the video and about the game afterwards.
yeah. I think most
Let's
of the
go.
people are skeptic about it because it's such a good game. It looks so good that people have already seen what happened with Cyberpunk and everything, and they're like, "Oh, yeah, it looks really good, but I don't want to get too excited yet," which is fine.
That's the most common argument is like, I don't want to get too excited about it yet. Wait till it's out and then I can get excited.
Mhm.
Yes,
Because
exactly.
there's just been too many cases in history where that's happened, and we are not following that rule.
Let's hope. I hope to God we're not. But yeah, Cyberpunk though, they've turned it around though since the launch of the game.
Oh yeah, Cyberpunk has turned it around. No Man's Sky, most of the games have turned it around, which is good to see. And hopefully Hytale won't have to turn it around because they get it right in the first place.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, hey, they're taking long enough. It's not like they're rushing to get this game out. So
Yeah, the thing about Hytale, I think they rely on that big launch going well much more than other games because Cyberpunk is just an adventure game, right? It's not like that big of a social big game. But
Mhm.
Hytale kind of relies on that because they need modding, they need people to keep the game alive. If that makes sense.
and there's gonna be, even if the game kind of does sort of flop, the modding community is still gonna be massive in the game. Which I mean, I don't think it's gonna flop, but modding community can definitely carry it though.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So
Just
what kind
like-
of mods are you planning to make?
Oh, I have no clue. I don't have. I'm not like that guys that are already concepting and yeah. I don't know. I think I'll just try the game to see what's possible. And once I see all that's possible in the adventure game, in the adventure mode in Orvis, I think I'll have a lot more ideas to add into it.
I think that's a smart plan because there's so many people also planning servers, and it's like you don't know what the game is even possible about. You are just
Mhm.
planning servers that you wanted to make in Minecraft but can't really. And I keep saying this: the servers are going to go crazy after about 6 months when people actually know what you can do in Hytale. The first servers, they're just going to be Minecraft copies, and they're going to suck.
Hey,
But-
just like we
Yeah.
were talking about last week, 1G1S, the oldest Anarchy server in Hytale.
Bro, that's not gonna happen. There's going to be so many of those.
Yeah,
oh
there's gonna be
yeah,
a billion of
I
them.
had a whole rant about that, about how I said some not nice things to the people who think about making those servers, but
It's gonna happen though. You know it for a fact.
it's gonna happen. But it's gonna happen by accident.
Yeah, exactly. It's not. I don't think
You
the
can't force
longest
it.
Minecraft, the longest Hytale server is gonna be the longest Hytale server, and they intended
Mhm.
for that to be the longest. If that makes any
Right.
sense, it will be an accident.
Exactly. No, I completely agree.
Hugo, we got some questions for you from the Hytale Podcast Discord. If you guys are watching this, first off, thank you. The most active Hytale Discord is linked in the description, and we asked everyone to ask Hugo some questions.
Good luck.
And I gotta warn you, Hugo, this community is something different.
Yeah,
The
I'm already
first
seeing some of those.
The first question is, why are you Spanish?
Yeah.
That's tough. You gotta teach them.
Yeah, I
man.
just woke up and decided, I feel like going in Spanish. No, of course, my parents are both from Spain, so yeah, I don't really have a choice away.
You didn't have a choice? Dang, you couldn't just there's not like a selection thing?
You didn't get that option in your character select screen?
Yeah,
Oh, man.
I did.
The
I
game
chose
was
Canada.
buggy. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, no, I heard about that glitch. That sucks.
Damn, you got the bugged version.
Alright, let's get to the next question here.
These are some terrible questions, guys.
Yeah, there's
when
chats.
when we ask you to ask some questions, can you try?
Here we go, I got a good one.
Is, are wizards cool?
Well, I guess so, yeah.
Thank you for the question, Shadow Wizard Money Gang.
I got a good one here. I got a good
I
one.
love casting spells.
How do I... This is from Death. How do I say Hytale in Spanish?
I mean, is there really a different pronunciation than just Hytale?
I don't think so.
I know
You
in
can say
Spanish it's
Hytale,
Hytale,
but-
or something like that. I watched a Spanish video, or not Spanish, French video yesterday, and they said, is it Hytale?
Yeah.
I think Hytale.
I don't
forgot
know. I
about
think that's
I
just
don't know.
mispronouncing it. It's just Hytale.
Is it not just
in every
Hytale? Yeah, I was gonna
language.
say, aren't names kind of just the same in pretty much most
Yeah, but
languages?
French doesn't really use the huh sound.
That's
They,
fair.
they have a silent H.
That's
So
fair,
you
yeah.
you can just say
Hytale.
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 Yeah, they
It's like
could.
you're saying I, but
But the
Yeah.
French like to Frenchify everything. So.
Yeah, they like to, they're not real. Here's a good question here, Myne. This is actually the question. Good one. This is a good one. This is from Rishi on the Hytale Podcast Discord. What type of player will heal be? Favorite thing to do in Hytale? So I
And
guess.
before you answer this, thank you for asking a real question and
Yeah,
not asking
shout out.
if
Thank
wizards
you.
are cool.
What type of player? I'm assuming this is gonna be for combat mostly, but also, how are you gonna play your adventure mode?
Yeah, I think it's for both.
yeah. In adventure mode, I think I just gotta see all the options to decide. But from what we've seen, I really like the daggers. Like being able to move around really quickly is something that I'm really looking forward to. Yeah.
It's a fan favorite.
That's my favorite type of gameplay, dude. I love speedy
Yeah.
gameplay. Yeah, thank you, Rishi, for a good question.
And then also, what kind of player are you going to be? Are you going to be a builder? Are you going to be a collector? Are you going to be a person that wants to fight everything? Do you like making farms?
I think I kind of want to be an explorer. Just
Hell yeah.
I want to see all the game, all the biomes, all the structures. It's gonna take so long, but I feel like it will be worth it.
Awesome.
I think most of us are going to be explorers at the start because there's no point in spawning in zone 1 and then just building and then never leaving zone 1. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Facts. Hey, we got another question from Rishi again. Any type of bases that you want to do, and what starting zone are you gonna?
Let's start with starting zone first. We know
That's
that you can
true.
spawn in zones 1 through 3.
Yeah, they
Which
said that
one
like
are you
back
hoping
in
for?
back in 2020 or something, so it might not even
It
work
could
like
change.
this
It
anymore.
could change.
But I would definitely choose just on one, man. I'm a Troik, you know what I mean? I will feel at home.
Oh,
Oh yeah,
you got the
completely
excuse.
forgot about that minute detail.
Connor
No,
has
but-
the excuse too.
It's
of
just
being
the
a
most
feedback.
pretty one. I think it's the most beautiful one. It's really nice.
Yeah,
It is
It's
pretty nice. I'll
also
give him
like-
that. Give you
it's
that.
also like the default
Right.
option, which makes it a lot easier.
Mhm.
It's also the difficulty we don't really know if it's going to be easier in zone 1 because I mean Hakon wants temperature. I don't think there's going to be a temperature system, but
Man, Hakon just wants everything, doesn't he?
he wants everything. And I think
Okay.
that's one of the things that's going to be in agile development where they're going to be like, does the game really need to launch with a temperature system?
I hope
It's probably
not.
going to be no.
Not
I
a big
hope
fan
not.
of those. I don't want my guy to start passing out after running across zone 2. Like that would just be annoying.
Also, if
Be
you
fair.
can spawn in zone 2 and 3.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense, does it? And it doesn't make sense to update the game and include temperature after launch. Unless
Yeah.
it's like
Right.
a big update that adds a lot, right?
I think it would just be a mod on a server.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, I hope we don't, like we mentioned this before, but I hope we just don't have to like bring a water bottle with us. It's the worst.
Oh my god, a thirst meter. I think thirst meters are some of the most annoying things in games.
Yeah. And stamina. If it's like a really low stamina bar. Ugh.
If
Yeah.
there's if it's like Helldivers and like different armors affect your stamina, dude, I'm picking the most stamina one every single time.
I think that could be a cool idea though, that different armor pieces have different speeds, because that
makes
can
sense.
also have a different. It just allows for more playstyles.
No, I'm completely fine with that. It's just I hope it doesn't drop your stamina like drastically if you're wearing like super heavy armor.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it could just go
I
ahead.
kind of wish we knew more about it because we didn't really know how complex it gets, right? We don't know how stamina works. Maybe it's the same, you know, and it doesn't depend on what you wear.
Yeah. From what we've seen, we haven't in any of the screenshots. We haven't seen a weight system for armor yet, but it could have been added in the last 5 years. We don't know.
Yeah, very easily.
We haven't seen a weight system, and we also haven't seen a stamina bar, right?
I think we
have like a mana. I think it's a mana bar.
Yeah, the thing is, on the gameplays with the UI, we see the health, a blue bar, and a yellow bar. Yellow bar could very easily be stamina, but it does not go down in the videos. So I don't know.
Yeah, we've
could be
we've done. I don't know how many theories about the little bars, and they're probably all wrong because the UI has changed. You know?
Yeah, no, exactly. We got another question here from Blue Semist. Hope I said that right. What is your favorite food?
I'm like a 3-year-old, you know. I love just pasta bits and that kind of stuff. I don't really.
I thought you were gonna say ice cream.
This guy said 3-year-old. I was like, oh, he's going for McDonald's chicken nuggets.
I'm not that. I'm not. Yeah. I just love junk food, honestly.
That's fair. From
Mr. Junk Food. Oh, we got a good question from Botstronaut.
Yes, sir.
What's your favorite OST?
I think it's Quebec Village. It's just a classic, man.
Or the old one?
The old one. I think the new one has a different name. I don't think it's replacing the old one, hopefully, because I love the.
I think it is replacing the old one.
Is it? Oh, that'd be sad, because I love the OG one.
Yeah,
hey, the OG one is so iconic.
Right, it's so iconic.
I wonder if they would use both though, just in the game. You know, old Quebec Village, new Quebec Village. Who knows?
Maybe cool. As the village evolves or something.
Mm-hmm.
Are you going to focus more on the multiplayer or the single player side once it releases? That's a good question.
Definitely on the multiplayer. Once it's released, on release, it will be like a single player. I really want to see the adventure mode, right? And experience it. But after release, after I've played it and I've experienced the whole thing, I'm definitely moving into more multiplayer stuff and PvP and that kind of stuff.
Awesome. This is a question from Depp. As a Hytale enjoyer, what is the first thing you're gonna do when you play Hytale for the first time?
Well, yeah,
the very first thing. The very first thing.
Like, are you gonna kill
load
a Quebec?
in?
Yeah.
You load in, adjust your settings, because that'd be my answer.
Yeah.
You adjust your settings, make sure you're in the right frame rate and everything. Once you adjust your settings, what is the first thing you do?
I mean, probably create my avatar, right? I will probably be like a whole hour creating the whole avatar.
That's to be the first stream. Avatar building.
I think like we would all want to get like the final avatar, like the most iconic one we'll always use at the first try, but I don't think that's gonna be possible.
Hey, you never know.
Are you heading to the capital first, or are you going to head into your own world of Orbis?
I'm creating my Orvis world, man, and I'm just experiencing the whole thing.
I think everybody is.
I think the first thing I would do is head into the capital, because that's something I can check out and not be kind of immersed into, and then go into adventure. Because once I enter adventure, I'm locked in. You know what I mean? And so the capital, I can still walk around, kind of get a feeling for the controls and everything. Maybe interact with some fans, start a private lobby or something like that. Just do that for 10-15 minutes and then lock in.
Bro, you're delusional if you think you're gonna.
This guy's interesting.
20 minutes. That's not possible. You're gonna be like 3 hours.
This guy's gonna play
whatever.
No, I'm not gonna play any mini games.
Guy's gonna play ranked Skywars for a whole 24 hours and then. forget
No,
about
it
Hytale.
more it. I would explore the capital, but I wouldn't join any mini games. The first like game that I'm playing is Orbis Adventure Mode.
Interesting. That's a
Maybe we
different
don't even
way.
have a choice.
Yeah,
Like
what if you
maybe
have
we just
to,
log in, create the avatar, and they directly put us on the Orvis.
or
The
they put
Orvis
you
I
world.
straight
thought
into
you were
the
gonna
capital?
say it would bring you directly to the capital, and from the capital you can choose to go to Orbis.
That's possible
That's
as well.
yeah,
That would be awesome. Imagine seeing
maybe
all the
yeah.
homies just right on launch, right on the capital.
Oh yeah, wait, no, there's no way you could go into Orbis first. We all gotta see each other for the first
We
time.
gotta link up, you know. Gotta add them as
Right.
we gotta friend request each other.
We gotta friend request each other and then see each other in the capital, and then we can go start our own Orbis world.
Heck yeah, that's
I
It's
know
gonna
for a
be
incredible.
so
fact.
panicky, man. Once
I
it
know.
releases, we're all gonna be so panicky and so
Oh my
nervous.
god.
It's gonna be
Yeah,
crazy.
everybody's gonna be streaming, and we're all gonna be so nervous. Oh,
Yeah,
Yeah,
I can't wait.
but if we can all be in a call as well.
that would be chaos.
Yeah, that would be
imagine,
crazy.
imagine the screaming that happens once the like timer hits release.
I would die.
Oh, we're all going nuts. Like multiple people will die on that
I
call.
like. I
if they don't do
literally
anything.
might have a heart attack. Like I
For
might.
I
real.
was about to say that. You took the words out of my mouth.
I'm gonna take 2 Gravol or what's it called, aspirin 81s or whatever that commercial is, and yeah, whatever. What is that heart attack reducing pill that they have commercials?
I have
about?
no clue. You're in Canada.
Oh yeah, you guys have different drug laws than us. So, I think it's
We will
aspirin.
need a bunch of that.
Yeah, we'll
all of
need it. We'll need that stuff to reduce
And a
it.
lot of water too.
Yeah.
Yes.
Get a lot of liters or gallons or whatever.
And coffee
you live,
and Gatorade. Get whatever you need.
caffeine,
Caffeine, yeah.
cocaine, anything
Whoa.
to keep you awake.
Anything you might need.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. All right, let's move on to the next question here before we get this podcast canceled.
Wait,
Where
I
is
got
it?
one question to follow up on that.
Yeah, go ahead.
And it's technically 2 questions. Hytale releases, you're in the game.
Mhm.
When do you decide to get off to sleep?
Never.
How
Yeah,
long are
that's
you
gonna
playing?
be tricky, man. Because I might be just playing for 32 hours. You know, I
32
I know.
hours?
I will be forced to get off.
Nah,
'cause my
I think I
parents
would
need to
just
sleep.
die before getting to 32 hours.
Just dies of exhaustion.
Yeah,
Because
exactly.
my thought process is it'd be kind of cool to do like a 24-hour thing or like just play as long as possible, but also then you're going to crash and burn in your bed and realistically spend more time sleeping and getting your energy back than actually playing the game than if you were to just
Right.
sleep a normal 7 hours.
And also, if it is it even worth it? Like playing 13 hours if you're actually not enjoying it because you're exhausted? Does that make sense?
It's
Like,
not. I mean,
I
I'm
feel,
a big.
okay, here's the thing. I feel like the adrenaline would keep you awake. I
That's
actually
correct, yeah.
believe that
Absolutely.
at least for the 3 of us, we would have so much adrenaline that we actually wouldn't know how to sleep. I know for a fact the first time I go to sleep when Hytale's out, I'm not going to be able to go to sleep because I'm thinking about Hytale.
Dude,
Oh, really?
I'll have it
Yeah.
on my phone playing the mobile version in my bed.
That's true. That's true. We're gonna go to bed and we're gonna keep playing on the phone.
The thing is,
Yeah.
yeah, like I'm a big schedule routine person, so like I'm probably not gonna do a 24-hour stream, also because my room is beside my parents' room and my sister's room, and they're gonna be
Yeah,
sleeping as well.
I would not be
So,
able to do that. They're
I
going
would
to
be
yell
able
at
to do
me
it.
being like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, no, that's exactly how it's gonna go unless I move downstairs or whatever and put up a whole bunch of sound foam so they can't hear me screaming at stuff.
Guys,
So-
we might have moved houses once this releases. We might
I mean, if
have
that's
our own
possible,
house.
then I'll be up all night. But I don't.
Yeah.
Content
Think.
house?
You don't know the housing market in Toronto. It's really bad.
No, yeah.
Hytale Content House?
Hell yeah.
Oh, that'd be epic.
Yeah. What if we just get all flown into Ireland for the launch of the game, and play Hytale there?
I would love that.
That would be crazy.
Or, yeah, I would love that. Part of me thinks
Yeah.
like I'd want to stream and
Yeah.
record it.
But they have their own
And you
gaming
couldn't
PC
really
set
do
up for
that?
us. Gaming PC setup. But
Oh
that
my
would be
god!
tough.
And then you just set up stream in
Little
like their
party.
in their external playtesting room or something
yes.
like that.
Oh my god, that'd be crazy.
Write this down, Noxie. Write this down.
Hey, John, Noxie, Buddha Cat, whoever.
John definitely watches the pod. Let's try to make sure he remembers
Let's
this part of the
Yeah.
episode.
drop the hint. Drop the hint.
That would be amazing.
That
That
would
would
be
be
amazing.
absolutely amazing. Okay, we got more questions. They keep on coming. Let's see. any type of bases that you want to make in your starter home in zone 1.
I don't really know. I don't have anything in mind really.
I'm making a dirt hut.
First thing, I'm gonna dig 2 blocks into the ground and put a dirt above my head. That's the first thing.
Yeah.
I really want to be the first person to burn a Quebec. I really do. And so my goal would be figure out how to get fire as fast as possible and hunt down a Quebec village.
Well,
And be
that's
the
gonna be a
first
speed run.
recorded person to ever burn a Quebec. That is my goal.
That's
I
gonna be
wanna-
a speed run in the future.
I can't wait
It's
to be
gonna
the
be it
first
definitely
person to
will
kill
be
a
a
moss
speed
horn.
run.
Like Quebec burn any percentage record, whatever.
But
Yeah.
imagine being the first person to ever burn a Quebec.
That would be quite iconic, to be
I
honest.
want to do that.
Yeah.
I've had that plan for I think like 2 years now. I'm definitely gonna set through.
So you're a big Quebec burner. I'm a big moss horn burner. So maybe we'll have a double speed run. Who can burn it first?
God damn it. Yes.
You gotta find a swamp. I gotta find a Quebec village.
So
least
I
no
guess
one
we're
is
spawning in
burning-
zone 1. We're spawning in zone
One is
1.
burning the sharks.
Not yet, buddy. Not yet.
Just so you wait.
Exactly. That's another speed run for another day. Not that I will speed run. I don't like speed running, but.
This question we kind of already answered. What kind of content do you plan on doing for Hytale? When you said you're gonna be streaming it, are you still gonna be making videos once Hytale comes out? Are you gonna be making? Are you still gonna do news videos?
Definitely. I do want to keep the news coming with, whatever patches or updates or teasers they launch, post-launch. I think it's really valuable for the community.
Mhm.
No, it definitely is. And there's going to be, I know there's going to be Hytale News, but besides Hytale News, there's going to be other news recap channels that strictly only do news. It's not just going to be, what we're going to do is
Yeah.
gameplay and news. So I think those channels will probably do well. Maybe
Depending
it's
on
like,
how often they decide to pump out news.
yeah, when was the last time Hytale News made a video?
8
Probably-
months ago.
Yeah. At least, yeah.
Was it that long ago? Damn.
I want to say eight.
5 months
Let me
ago,
see.
they did a video.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's been a while.
Hmm.
Let's see. People are talking instead of asking questions. What do you think the progression path will look like? Also, do y'all think dungeons be farmable and or rogue-like to make them farmable?
Progression. I think the progression is just purely gear-based.
You know how many times we've said that in the podcast and people still ask us this?
Yeah. I think Hytale themselves have confirmed that gear is like the most
They
important
have.
thing. Yeah.
They have confirmed that there's
Guys.
no sort of progression in
Come on.
terms of levels or tech tree or skills. Do you think dungeons will be farmable? If you do a dungeon, will you be able to do it again?
I mean, probably. I know we had those like portal dungeons, right? You can go to
Right.
another realm. Maybe those are like farmable. Maybe the portal goes on cooldown and then you can, after an hour, you can go back in.
I haven't
But
heard
in
anybody talk about
world
that.
ones, I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think the overworld ones will either. Like, if you slay the void spider in a cave, it's not going to respawn.
Right.
This is a good one. This is a juicy one. Next blog post prediction and what it will contain.
Yeah, this is a tricky one because we didn't really know. I mean, we know where we're at, but
Mhm.
that's like from November, right? So we don't really know how the progress on the new engine has been. But definitely summer. I think a summer blog post is like, very much needed.
For sure.
But I'm not sure we're gonna get gameplay. It really depends on their progress. I hope so, but I don't know. I'm not that convinced.
That's interesting because I think gameplay is what we're gonna get, like new engine gameplay, and also kind of leading off this, John Hendricks about a week ago made a tweet about the rings. This is not this is not a viewer question for me, and he gave us a kind of a timeline of these rings, like an order of how they're gonna go. Myne and I have mentioned what ring we think we're in right now, but what ring do you think we're in?
I don't think we're in the rings just yet, right?
You don't think we're in any rings?
No, I don't think so. I think we will be this year, definitely. But I don't think they've started testing yet. I don't know.
They have already started testing.
They have
We-
already
we know.
done
definitely,
external.
We
but
know
like
that.
the modding tools, right? That's what the
Modding
tweet was
tools.
talking about. I don't know, maybe I'm just being pessimistic, but
I
don't
feel like
think
at the
it's
very
done.
least internal testing.
I mean,
think
yeah,
at least
there's
in
always
the
QA,
first
right?
ring.
They always have the internal QA. I think that's always going.
Yeah, because last year they said their first external playtest, which is just, I guess, base Hytale.
Mhm.
And these are talking about modding, but it's been almost, how long was that been? About a year since that post they did, or just
Almost,
under a year?
almost.
So they got to be, I think, at least in the second group of that ring.
Yeah, because if they started the PvP testing a year ago, I would assume they've had at least one
Yeah, but it
modding
really
test.
depends what we're talking about, though. Because if we're talking about modding tools, I don't think they've started the rings yet. But if we're talking about like the base game, they've already had external playtest, right? So we're not on the first ring.
Right.
I think it's not global, if that makes sense. It's like per feature or per part of the game.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Interesting.
I wonder what then they'll probably test next. Maybe we'll know in a blog post.
So if you don't think we're getting gameplay in the next blog post, what is the next blog post going to be about?
I don't know. I don't really know. Probably
Because
just another progress one, just telling us.
in my
Which
That would
opinion,
kill me.
they can't put out a blog post and not show gameplay anymore. I've said that with the last one, and I'm just going to keep saying it until they do. But I think we're at a point where we just got to see it.
Yeah, I kind of agree. If they're gonna release a blog post this summer, there's not gonna be any gameplay or screenshots. I think we might as well just wait until September or October and actually get a blog post with footage, right?
Yeah,
Right.
because I'm personally tired of. It sounds mean because they obviously put a lot of effort into it, but in terms of what we want, lackluster blog posts.
Yeah, because we get really hyped for a blog post here, and for them just to say, "Yeah, next time we'll talk about maybe this," and then they don't talk about it. Well, they talk about it, but they don't give us what we really want about it. It's kind of sad. But I was just reading the last paragraph of the most recent blog post, which came out in December, and it says, as 2023 rounds down, we're looking forward to 2024. As mentioned earlier, the first half of the year will be focused on getting the whole team on board in the new engine. We are also going to be significantly ramping up our external playtesting efforts, focusing on collecting feedback on adventure experiences, creator tools, and social and competitive play. So that still leads me to believe that the rings kind of mean everything instead of
Hmm.
just only one part of the game. But that's just my opinion.
Yeah.
I could be reading this wrong.
Yeah, I don't think it's everything. It's just really difficult. You know, when you're making something, some things are just ready and they are ready to be tested and honestly shipped. But other parts of the game or other parts of development might be really, really early. So it doesn't really make sense to do the rings thing for the whole game, right?
Mm-hmm.
Parts of the game, maybe combat is basically finished, but then farming is really, really early on, right?
Yeah.
Right. I mean, I'd be fine if farming is super early on if combat's done, but that's just me.
Yeah.
All right, what's the next
Let's
question? We got any more?
see. Oh, Hytale release date, yes.
Hey.
Classic.
And I'll add more to this. I'm gonna add this, make this a large multi-question question. Release date, beta, and announcement for either or both. When is it going to be
No
announced? When
pressure.
are we actually getting it? And then when is release?
Okay. I think
Bless
there's
you.
a pretty high chance we see a date at the end of this year or early next year. Like the announcement for the actual dates. And then I think we would have a closed beta at the very earliest in summer 2025.
You're a man of my
I know you
liking.
guys don't agree, but this is just my opinion.
No, I've been
And
saying summer 2025 this entire time. I was the first one on that train, and I
I
was
think
like,
that's kind of realistic for a closed beta, but it's at the very, very earliest, right? Like,
what do you mean by closed beta? What does that mean?
just like, people playing the game and it's publicly known and people can just, record it, and upload it.
Who is in this closed beta?
I think just random people from the email list, from the sign up,
Interesting. Interesting.
and probably of course creators and stuff like that, right? But yeah, and then it would just be opening up in rings
So
until
you're
open beta.
on the train of announced end of this year, summer 2025. We get a beta, and then end of 2025 we get the game.
Yeah, I think so.
Hell yeah! Hell
Let's
yeah.
go, Hugo. I like the thought. You know, a
Well-
lot of people are saying 2027. Slamma looking at you over there. But, you
And
know,
Hakon.
and Hakon. Convenient.
No,
You know?
2027 is pessimistic as hell. But I don't
Yeah, I
think
can't believe him.
2026 is stupid either. I think 2026 is also a
Well,
nice
that's a
guess.
possibility. That's a possibility for full release. But, like, I'll take the beta for a year. I don't care. I just want the
The
game.
beta
Yeah.
lets me play the game. I don't care about. I've said this so many times. I don't care about the release date if the beta means I can play it and make videos and make content on it.
Yeah,
Real.
exactly.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't
play
care
the
about
game.
the release. It's the
Who
same
gives a
game.
shit? I just want to play it, yeah.
Facts, dude. Straight facts.
So the beta release is the only thing I realistically care about.
Yeah.
Even
Unless
a
the beta
pre-beta.
release means it's going to be like 2 weeks of beta and then I have to wait 6 months, which is still better than nothing because then
Hey, that's
you
a
know,
lot of content you can do in 2 weeks.
it's a lot of content.
amount of
I'm
stuff-
gonna.
The amount of weekly videos I can make on that.
I am going to make my hard drives full. Oh
Yeah,
my
I'm gonna have to
God.
buy a new hard drive because mine's almost full already. Here, this is a good question from Mikey Q. What are your top 5 Hytale creatures? Not chorks
Oh, wow.
included. Not chorks included.
Yeah,
No
chorks not
chorks.
allowed.
Wow.
Yeah.
I really like the piranhas, the glowy piranhas.
The corrupted ones?
Yeah,
Yeah,
those
they're
are cool. We have only seen them once, but I think they're gonna be super cool. I really like the undead chicken.
Okay. This guy likes dead things. All
Um,
right.
I was about to say there's a theme car coming here.
I'm going for small things. I also like the lava snake, for example.
Hey, that's a cool mob. I'll give you that. I like
Yeah,
that one.
they're like little cool mobs. They're really cool.
That one's underrated.
Um,
That one's really underrated.
Right. We've only seen it like twice, I think. Moss horns, of course. I'm sorry, Flash.
What the heck?
Moss horns are cool. What can I say?
Stupid mob. I don't know what you're talking about.
And any kind of outlander, really. They're bloody cool.
That's fair. I mean, that's a good list. You added moss
respectable.
horns. I mean, except the moss horn one, but other than that, it's pretty solid.
Pretty based. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Ooh, this is a good question. What keeps you motivated for doing videos?
I like that one.
Honestly, I think just the community. Because developers of course keep putting news out and stuff like that. They're keeping us fed, if that makes sense.
Thank you, John.
Yeah, direct mention towards John. He's the one
don't
keeping
really-
everything alive.
We don't really get that big of news, if that makes sense. Like we get little pieces of information.
We
So
get
if I
enough news to feed the podcast.
Right, yeah. We get news to make like one video a month or every 2 months, right? But the community is just so cool, man. All of these people in the community are so talented and so cool and so nice to talk to. Then I just love it here.
You love to see it.
Yeah.
Another great question is from Deb. How did you survive the great, I'm going to guess, Hytale depression?
Yeah.
Because, yeah.
I love that it has a name. I don't think any of us survive. We created ourselves.
Hey, yeah, the ones who are still here, man, like, amen. Even if you're not, and especially if you're not even making content on the game, you're just kind of like chilling in the community, like, you're the best. I love everybody who's still around. Because
Yeah.
there's literally nothing keeping you here, pretty much. Like,
Yeah.
It is just your dedication towards Hytale.
The
which
greatest game
is
ever, or gonna be.
A testament to something.
Yeah. We will be seen as visionaries, guys. Once this thing is out and it's the biggest game, we're
Yeah.
gonna be like, we told you guys.
Put us on
we're-
the
we're-
Hytale
we're
Mount
being called
Rushmore.
crazy now for thinking it's
Sad.
going to be the biggest game. And
Just you
then we're on the Mount. That's a crazy statement. We're on the Mount Rushmore of Hytale. Will you save or burn the Quebecs once you see them in Hytale?
Guys, I've made the minigame save the Quebecs. Of course I'm gonna save them.
What's your
But
charge?
you also had to code in them dying.
And burning.
That's fair, but I made them savable. You can go save them. So
Hytale made
Yeah,
them
I'm a
savable
good
too.
shark.
Doesn't mean you have to.
Exactly.
that's fair.
Noxy literally put out a tweet asking if Quebec should be burnable. So,
I mean, they
um,
should be burnable.
I mean, I
Should you
agree.
burn them? I don't
I think
know.
every mob should be burnable.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yes.
Follow-up question right after that. Will you burn Quebec Corner if you meet him in game?
Oh my god.
Or
Probably. Just for the memes, to be honest.
You think anytime Connor's like anywhere, he's just gonna be lit on fire in Hytale?
Oh my
I
god, that
actually
would be
think
so
so.
funny.
I actually think so. I already feel bad for him in SMPs or AMPs. My bad. When people are gonna make a very original and funny joke, aka burning him.
I can just see him trying to do multiplayer, for example, in Minecraft, it'd just be somebody following him with a flint and steel or a lava
He's
bucket.
gonna permanently need to carry some sort of water
Yeah,
extinguisher.
yeah. They should make a Quebec corner themed fire extinguisher in Hytale.
His unique skin. Everyone else gets like a player skin, and his player skin is a firefighter.
Let's go.
Will the game be pay or free?
Ooh, this is a good question to end it on.
This is an easy one, guys. We all agree here. It's gonna be free, man.
Let's go, Hugo.
It's
That's
gonna
my
be so
guy right
free.
there. That's
Yeah.
my guy. Hey, any reason why you want it to be free?
And there's just no reasons. Like, you might think, oh, this is a good argument. Well, it's probably not, you know? You probably haven't discussed with a person that actually knows the industry. Man, it's just, if this is free, it's gonna have such a bigger and better chance of becoming huge.
Dude, I've been saying that for years. Tell this to the
Yeah.
Reddit people. Hey, listen to Hugo right now.
Man, they
Why?
probably hate me, but,
They hate all of us.
sometimes truth hurts.
Yeah, truth hurts. I can't wait. I'm telling you, the I Told You show is gonna just hit like crack, dude. It's gonna hit like crack. All right, let's.
And
move on
we
to-
know what crack feels like. So
Do we? I've never done it.
Do we not?
Let's move on to the last question here while we wrap up.
Let's
the
get a
pod.
real good one. Let's get a spicy one.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm gonna read through. We're gonna try to get you a real good one.
How's the weather in Spain this time of year, by the way? While we look for a question.
It was kind of rainy, but it just stopped, so...
Yeah, it's raining here too, actually, in Canada. So yeah,
God damn.
yeah, maybe we got the same weather.
Yeah.
Probably a lot colder here. I don't know what temperature it is for you right now because it's 9 degrees Celsius here. But
Here's 10.
wow,
Do you live in Spain secretly, Flash?
do you live in Canada?
Are you my neighbor
Yeah,
or something?
We got the same climate. That's awesome.
God
I thought
damn.
you guys would be like sweating right now.
Do you have insider information?
No.
That was a little
What
hesitation.
was
That was
that?
some
What was that,
hesitation
Mike?
right there. There was some hesitation there.
No, I wish I did. But if I did, I wouldn't be able to
Ooh,
tell you guys.
I
so.
found a good question. What is your prediction of a Varen boss fight?
Oh, man. I just imagine like a huge arena in the void, like a floating arena with crawlers on the sides and a huge varying like flying. I don't know.
Like the
Like,
Ender
it's
Dragon?
difficult to explain, but yeah, that's what I imagine.
Well,
Do you think Varen's gonna have a gravity gun?
gravity arm.
Gravity
Probably.
arm.
Yeah, isn't that like kind of concept art?
Yes, it is.
Yeah. It might
You-
just shoot you and everything becomes upside down or something.
You think that's how Varen will end up flying with his anti-gravity arm? Just kind of going around. You take his arm off and then he's actually back down to the ground. That'd be
Just
so
imagine
sick.
like a huge varying floating around the island.
Be so dope. God, I can just see him being like the size of Galactus or just the straight up
Yeah,
size
yeah,
of like the
just
Yeti.
something huge.
Yeah, I can't wait.
Like
for that.
Travis Scott in Fortnite.
Yeah,
What? How big
that's
is he in
another way
Fortnite?
to put it. Yeah.
Varen
I'm-
is gonna be the Travis Scott of Fortnite.
That's a title right there for the podcast.
Why is he so big?
Oh, you didn't know what Travis Scott in Fortnite looked like?
No, what? Was he like a boss or something?
No, it was a concert.
Oh. Anywho, Hugo, that's probably going to wrap up the pod today. Thank you so much for coming out. It's been a good 50-minute conversation here. Anything you'd like to say?
No, just thank you guys for the invite. Anytime.
Hell yeah. Next time, Facecam, what do you think?
Depends on what the next time is. If
Next
it's in a
week?
week, probably not. But if it's in 2 years when we've already reacted to the launch trailer, yeah,
The launch
sure.
trailer is coming.
Let's go.
Tomorrow.
Game Awards is
Oh,
my
yeah.
prediction.
Yeah.
Once again, that's December. So we got time. Anywho.
Do you think Game Awards is likely? I want to end on that.
Yeah, I like that question.
I'm sorry, guys, but I'm gonna say no.
Hey,
I don't see that happening. It's too soon, man.
Game Awards is December
13th. 12th. 12th.
12th.
12th to 13th, yeah.
12th.
Yeah,
That's
uh,
Thankmas time.
You said there's an announcement.
yeah,
end of
but an
this year.
announcement can just be a blog post saying, "Hey, around this time of the year, we plan on release it." but not like a
No.
trailer.
So I've talked about this with Connor and other people too. They have to, if they do a release date, it has to be a trailer. It has to be a
think so?
trailer with a
Agreed.
release date. There's
100%.
no
Yeah, but
way
I'm
they
not-
could do it otherwise.
I'm not
Imagine a
talking
blog-
like
blog post and
like an actual date. Yeah, I'm talking like
No, even
can
if
have
even if it's
2025.
time frame, even if it says summer 2025, I
I
think it
will
has to be
die
trailer.
inside when that happens.
I think it has to be trailer.
that's a fair assumption actually. I don't know. Yeah, I wouldn't see a trailer coming out this year, to be honest.
Oh,
So
I hope so badly.
if that's how you guys see it, probably we wouldn't
What if
see
we get a
until
blog post
2025.
or a trailer in a blog post? There you go. We get double whammy right there.
Kind of weird.
Because
A
if
trailer
they,
inside a blog post.
I mean, then the release date is like the biggest thing, and blog post just is not going to get traction.
Yeah, that's true. No,
It's
you're right.
such a niche thing. They have to do
Yeah.
a trailer because that
At the Game Awards.
you can put that as ads in front of videos. You can spread the video. You can share it easily.
Is it bad that
Yeah.
every time they're gonna show the Hytale trailer as an ad before a YouTube video, I'm just not gonna skip it? Just not happening.
Oh, for real. I would watch the whole thing.
Me
and
too.
click the link and
That
whatever.
YouTuber's getting so much money.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I think we're done, Myne.
I think we are. Thank
Hugo?
you so much, Hugo,
Mhm.
for joining
you,
the
guys.
podcast. Thank you to the viewers for 1,000 subscribers.
That's
Let's
crazy.
go.
Means a lot, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.